I love how there's so much rocket ammo on the last objective.
Yappers.
Yepers, where are you?
I died.
There you are. I thought you would have respawned by now.
No. You were in like the fucking thing for most of it, so.
Yeah, but I thought you would have respawned whenever I leave.
No. No. Nuh-uh.
You know what? Indie level.
That was fucking bright.
It's an EMP.
Let's find a ride and get to the captain.
No, that'll take too long.
You have a better idea?
There's a teleportation grid that runs throughout Halo. That's how the monitor moves about so quickly. I learned how to tap into the grid when I was in the control center. Unfortunately, each jump requires a rather consequential expenditure of energy.
Something tells me I'm not gonna like this.
But I'm pretty sure I can pull it from your suit without permanently damaging the machines. Needless to say, I think we should only try this once.
Do it.
Do it, do it. Do it, do it. Do it, do it. Do it, do it.
The Covenant network is absolute chaos. From what I've been able to piece together, they're
Under new man. More like under new
Under
management.
new management.
too late.
Fuck.
The flood overwhelmed this cruiser and disabled it.
Fuck.
The Covenant are terrified
Fuck.
the flood will repair the ship and
Oh my freaking god.
That's just that hallway that we just passed with all the fucking things fighting each other. That's just a classic Canadian locker room.
got a good lock on Captain B's CNI transponder signal. He's alive, and the implants are intact.
He's alive.
Wow, he's alive.
I'll bring this in as close as I can.
What the freak? You teleported me upside down.
Right. Sorry.
Shut your yapping.
Shut
Oh, yeah,
up,
you want to see
woman.
something funny?
Huh.
What? No. No. Wait. Was it not there? Was it right here? No. There's meant to be a assault rifle on the ground.
Aw.
It was a fun little oopsie daisy from the developers.
An oopsie poopsie.
Yeah, an oopsie daisy. Teehee, and I'm invisible now.
So wait, isn't this that place that we were at the start of the game?
Yes.
Wow. Really just shows you how far this fucking infection has gone, huh?
Yeah. But they're in a different area now.
Wow.
Don't worry, you were meant to do that.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you fucking for real?
That would have been so funny if they just had that.
Sure, funny, yeah. Oh shit. Ew, I turned on this shitty fucking anniversary that brightens up this place a hell of a fuck.
Yeah. Anniversary just kind of gets rid of the point of using the
It just
flashlight.
ruins a lot of the suspense in the game, a lot of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be the reason that people don't like it, is because it just takes away all of the atmosphere.
Yeah, like,
This place is dark and scary and weird.
yeah.
But in
You're meant to
Anniversary, it's
use
like,
the
oh, it's
flashlight.
bright and cool and weird. You know,
Yeah.
it takes away a lot of the pizzazz of, like, the scare factor.
Yeah. And also, it just kind of gets rid of the point of using the flashlight.
Literally.
Because, like, if your issue with this level is you can't see, there's literally a flashlight.
Yeah.
Press the flashlight button to turn on the flashlight.
For real.
And, like, Noodle, he made a video talking about just, like, the reasons why he doesn't really like Halo CEA. And it's, like, for my points exactly.
The only video from Noodle
Like,
that
I
I've ever
just
seen was that frames per second interpolation video that
Oh,
has like a
God.
phenomenal fucking take.
Yeah. God fucking
I
damn
agree
it.
with his take on that one immensely.
Oh yeah, no, like it's fucking ugly.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Where it just makes
And
it
it's
look like
fucking
mashed
staggering
potatoes.
to me that people don't notice it. People just simply don't see it.
It's so ugly. It just mimics motion blur, and everyone hates motion blur.
That's the controversial thing. I like motion blur. Like, I like a little bit of motion blur. It looks good.
on
like-
film, yeah, but on games, it's ugly.
Even on games, I like a little bit of motion blur.
like
not
if
a
it's
lot.
a little bit, yeah, but if it's like the Unreal fucking motion blur,
Yeah,
it's
Unreal
ugly. I
default
don't like
settings, 0.50 motion blur. where like every small movement, the screen just goes super blurry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Games are weird. Games, you can never please everyone with games, so it's always a good idea to just have the option available. But there are some things that are like, it's good to have the option available, but auto-default it to off, because most people won't like it.
Yeah.
Motion blur is definitely one of those things.
Because motion blur in games can kind of make some people motion sick.
Oh, totally. That's the #1 reason. See, I feel like motion blur in VR games is kind of necessary.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also make it way more easy to get people sick.
Yeah.
Because like some people are like Bean can't handle looking down in VR games. Like I looked down in Blade and Sorcery, and Bean watched the video, and Bean was like, "Whoa," you know.
Whoa. I don't really get motion sick.
No, neither do I. I was very worried when I got my VR kit that I was gonna get motion sick on day one, but I didn't. I was fine.
Yeah, same.
So I'm happy. I'm happy about that.
It definitely is disorienting. Like
yeah, it's disorienting the first couple of times you do it.
Yeah. And after like not playing VR for a while, and then just getting back into it, it's so jarring whenever I'm just like looking around, and then I move to movement stick and start moving around. Like,
yeah,
it feels like it makes me feel like I'm moving, and I like try to adjust myself, but I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm not actually moving.
There's a couple of VR games that are like sit-down experiences that I really want to check out, but I just haven't found the money or the time to yet.
I feel like Half-Life Alyx is more of a sit-down experience.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
I do
mainly
need to play
move
that
around by teleporting.
Yeah, because that's the point. It's a tech demo for the Index, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you're going to get the best experience on the Index. But
yeah,
you can play it on other things, too.
It's funny you say, like, Half-Life Alyx was a tech demo, as if, like, the whole entirety of Half-Life is just, like, a
Half-Life
tech
is
demo
literally just a tech demo series. The only games that aren't tech demos are the episodes.
Yeah, because the tech demo's already been done. And
also Blue Shift and Opposing Force. But those weren't made by Valve. Those were made by Gearbox.
Mm-hmm.
And it's subjectively the only good games that Gearbox has ever put out.
Yeah.
I say that mostly as a joke. Mostly.
As a jab.
I like Borderlands 1 and 2, but Borderlands 3 was not for me. And also Duke Nukem Forever is terrible.
Well, no shit. Nobody has gone back to Duke Nukem Forever.
And been like, this is actually an underrated masterpiece.
You know, after giving it some thought, I think this is like good, actually.
This is actually kind of peak. The best game you've forgotten about.
Because there's definitely a lot of like instances of people revisiting like bad games, and they're like, actually
they weren't nearly as bad. I'm about to buy the Paper Mario game that is like widely considered to be the worst in the franchise, and I'm like kind of worried that I'm gonna like leave the game thinking that it's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I will, but I am like, it's one of those things that's like in the back of my mind. It's like, what if it's actually not as bad as people said it is for the last like 2 decades?
What if it was good, actually?
What if it's like at the very least just fine?
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot of instances.
That's a lot of games. Like, a lot of like quote unquote bad, terrible 0 out of 10 games are like, for all intents and purposes, just perfectly fine. Like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts had a lot of shit flung at it for being a terrible game, but it's a fine game.
Wait, which one?
Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, the car game for the 360.
I feel like people hated it because it was
just on the merit that it was so drastically different.
Yeah,
which I get.
Just like how people don't really like Halo 5 because it's so drastically different from all the other Halo games. But to me, it's fine gameplay-wise.
You think that logic would apply to like something universally beloved like ODST or something? You know, something that you don't play as Master Chief, and also it's more squad-based than anything.
Halo 2 had complaints like back in the day. Like people didn't really like Halo 2 all that much whenever it released.
I know, it's weird.
Because you played as the Arbiter. But nowadays, people love the Arbiter missions.
Yeah, people get mad when you don't have the Arbiter in your, or like you don't have the Arbiter in your Halo reference. Like, you see it in Fortnite now. People are like, oh, Fortnite should add the Arbiter.
Why no Arbiter?
Even
having the Arbiter as a skin, I would have definitely bought that.
It would have been peak. But I will say, even Brawlhalla was like, yeah, you know, people love the Arbiter. Let's make sure to include the Arbiter as a fighter skin.
Oh yeah, I forgot Master Chief was in Brawlhalla.
Everybody does. Because no one fucking likes Brawlhalla anymore because it's terrible. Even someone
never played
even me, who has 21 episodes, over 5 hours of footage of Brawlhalla on my channel. Brawlhalla is fucking terrible.
What made you hate it?
Ubisoft, honestly. The same reason that I hate most things. Ubisoft. Ubisoft bought up Blue Mammoth in about 2018, 2019. 2019. They've changed it from being like a fun, like, interesting platformer. Oh, I fell. I fell on the hole.
You were meant to fall down there.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The gameplay designers were thinking about you, Brett.
Oh. Was I actually not supposed to fall down there?
No, they were thinking about you, which is why you were meant to fall down the hole.
Oh.
Wait, did you die?
Yes, I died. There's a bunch of enemies in the hole.
What? Did you just see that elite?
No, unfortunately, I'm at a terrible camera angle.
Because I just turned a corner, I see a red elite just like looking at me, and I think he exploded, but it just, there was no explosion effect. He just like went, and he jumped up.
Just so I finish off my topic about the Brawlhalla thing, Ubisoft kind of inadvertently made it so that the game focused less on creating interesting, fun new weapons and characters and just made it about the microtransactions, to be honest. Because now every season has a crossover, every season has like Ubisoft implemented like a shitty battle pass system.
That's great.
Yeah.
Be able to reach the control room from the 3rd level.
Yeah, it's terrible. Ubisoft has ruined yet another game that I actually quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
He's delirious. In pain. We have to find him.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Like, I love Fortnite, right? Fortnite's one of my most beloved games.
But it has definitely ruined the games industry.
Yeah. I can't say
not ruined, but it's definitely
like, it's
fucked it up.
Yeah. It definitely, like, no joke, it did definitely fuck up like how developers treated like their games.
Not even developers. I can't say developers. CEOs.
Well,
CEOs treat their games.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like how publishers are like, okay, we should do a wacky crossover like what Fortnite does.
That's kind of what I saw with Hunt Showdown when it got its like Ghostface crossover. Because it was like, oh, people liked it because of the fact people liked Hunt because it was a game that was disattached from any pop culture shit. And I'm like, I get it. And then they added Ghostface, and I just saw people being like, no! Why would you ruin the lore of the game and like the sanctity of the game? I'm like, I get it, but it's harmless.
I don't know.
It's harmless, but I get it. You know,
I'm kind of tired of crossovers because I'm just kind of rolling my eyes.
Yeah,
at this point,
I tend to start thinking, oh, you just needed the money. Okay,
that's quite literally what it is. Like to be fair, that's how it's always been.
Yeah, but at least there was for a while there crossovers were like, back when Smash Brawl was the game, the fact that Snake and Sonic were in a Nintendo game with other Nintendo mascots was a massive thing, you know?
Yeah, that was huge.
See, being able to play as both Sonic and Mario in a single game was a fucking insane concept back then. Now it's just like, even after the Mario and Sonic game series, it's just like, whatever. Mario and Sonic in a game again? Fucking shocker.
Wow, that's so cool.
But especially with like someone like Snake being in Smash Brawl is insane because he's not a Nintendo like mascot platformer, you know?
Yeah.
He's like this gritty fucking war hero.
Yeah.
It's insane. But he is very fun. I really like him in Smash Brawl. He's one of my favorites.
But it's just like, I give Fortnite like leeway because, the battle royale, its story is basically concluded. The story they're making up now is just like, they're just kind of making up a story just so they can do a whole battle pass.
the end of this. What would you say the end of the battle royale game was? Because for me, it was the one before Hope got added.
Yeah. For me,
that really
it was
felt
mainly,
like a big penultimate like showdown. You know.
Whenever they killed the Cube Queen and destroyed the 0 point, because that's quite literally the battle royale trademark. You were
awesome.
But yeah, like that was the end of the whole like battle royale whole storyline.
I will say, right, I give a lot of respect to people like Journey who are like willing to put up with Fortnite's stupid bullshit to like create their own fan fictions and shit.
Well, no, Journey did it because he was tired of what like Fortnite has become. Like, he does not like playing Fortnite anymore now.
You get my point, though.
Yeah, like he's making his own story.
People are like still engaged with the characters in the world and shit, even if they're like making their own thing about it.
Oh yeah, no, like I love like Fortnite. They had to pay their artists like handsomely because it's just funny. Like the amount of great designs that
there's that one artist on Twitter that's like that made the post about the Cybertruck.
Oh
like,
yeah,
my views are my own. I don't represent the company. Shoot on site, and then Miku comes out and they're like, "Oh my god, Miku!" It's like, oh, yeah. Can you tell which one the fucking artist like designing more?
Mm-hmm.
I will say the in-game render, or that one, the official render of Fortnite Miku always looked really weird to me, and then I saw her in-game and I was like, oh, okay, no, this looks way better.
Yeah.
Her render makes her a little too pink.
Different. It was mainly the face that kind of like threw me off a little bit.
The face, yes, because it wasn't. It's not proportional to actual Miku's face, but that one render that they were clearly like basing it off from like 2008, she is pale as fuck. She's corpse-like. So it threw me off how pink she was. I was like, holy shit, there's actual blood in that body.
She was not Corpse Husband. She was actually just Miku.
Yeah, remember Corpse Husband? Remember how he was like popular for a month and then everyone stopped talking about him?
Yeah.
What happened?
That's what happens when you. That's what happens when you have a stand base. It's just like like you have like all these
temporary fans.
Yeah, these temporary fans that like oogle over you.
Yeah.
And then after a while, they just kind of forget about you.
I don't know. If I gotta be honest, if I was in Corpse Husband's position, I would have felt so dehumanized.
Yeah, I would have too.
I would have been like, cool, these people only care about me for this like weird fucked up quirk of mine, which apparently is from like some fucking problem that he had with his throat.
Yeah. I thought that he just had that voice because that's just how he like narrated stuff.
I mean, I think so, but I've heard around the rumor mill that he's had that voice because of like some weird fucked up issue with his voice box.
Mm-hmm.
Or with his vocal cords.
I mean, it's good for like reading out scary stories, but it's not really good whenever you want to talk normally.
It's not very good for playing Among Us.
Yeah. And you sound like a Valorant player trying to get a
hi guys, it's
underage
me,
woman.
Corpse Husband. I'm here to play Among Us.
I'm gonna play Among Us.
Hey, what's up? Play Among Us.
Oh my god, the Captain Keys is infected. No.
No.
Oh no.
He's one of them.
What? No.
Whoa, that's cool.
You know what he'd expect.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Are you looking at an anniversary or classic?
Classic.
Yeah. And the anniversary is just like him just kind of latched on.
Boring.
So like in the anniversary, like he is infused.
Oh, an anniversary edition he's infused?
No, an anniversary is just like him latched, like looking at it.
Ugh. Boring. Yeah, I like him being like fused within it. It's way cooler. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm. And there's also more corpses in it.
Yeah.
If you look at an anniversary, you can clearly tell that
I'd love to right now,
roommates.
Fox, but I'm kind of preoccupied at the moment, trying not to die.
Oh, don't be a baby!